everyone, and welcome to Shell Point Today for Thursday, October 22nd. I'm Adam Brown. On today's show, Sherry Brown tells us about the Pavilion Open House coming October 29th. We'll get another fit tip from Heather Battey and Melanie Broad, and we'll bring you the rest of Dan Philgreen's Cowboy Dream. But first, we want to remind you that tomorrow there will be an organ concert with Ned Spain. This New York native will kick off the season performing familiar medleys and hymns, Broadway show favorites, patriotic songs, classical transcriptions, operatic arias, and much more. Held on the second floor of the Woodlands Commons, the concert will be preceded by complimentary hors d'oeuvres at 5:30, and Ned will fill the Commons with great music beginning at 6:30. It's time to break free from osteoporosis in this Saturday's class in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. Fitness coordinator Hannah Hosterman will discuss the risk factors associated with osteoporosis and encourage residents to make a lifestyle change to build and maintain strong bones. Hannah will show a slide presentation with recommendations for treating osteoporosis along with an exercise program demonstration. It all begins at 11 a.m. Saturday. Also, if you missed last week's Kaleidoscope concert or wish to relive it again, you can experience this celebration of the arts in your own home with a DVD. Call the SPTV offices at 489-8431 to find out how to get your copy. It's time to get the sweet scoop on the Larson Pavilion. They are having an open house next week, and Administrator Sherry Brown is standing by to tell you more.
Who doesn't love ice cream? Hello, I'm Sherry Brown, and I'm the Director of Long-Term Care and acting as the administrator in the Larson Pavilion here at Shell Point. I would encourage all of you to come and join us to get the sweet scoop about the Larson Pavilion. Our open house is Thursday afternoon, October 29th at 2:00 p.m. You'll be able to have your questions answered and enjoy a tour of our beautiful rehab center. So call Randa Lee at 415-5432 to get your name on the reservation list. We'll look forward to your joining us and learning more about what you need to know. Everything from an admission to the pavilion from a hospital stay or an emergency need. We'll try to answer all your questions. Looking forward to seeing you there.
And now let's head outdoors where Heather Battey and Melanie Broad are ready to give us a great fit tip.
Hi, I'm Heather Battey.
And I'm Melanie Broad.
And we're here with today's fit tip.
Today we're just going to use a ball and we're going to use a little bit of teamwork. If you don't have a ball at home, you can use a grapefruit, an orange, or a bean bag.
Perfect.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to squat and start to pass this ball back and forth. What muscles we working, Heather?
We're working our quads, our hamstrings, woo, our booties.
Our core is tight.
Always keep your core engaged all the time and try not to lean too forward.
It's always best too when you're doing this one to pretend that your back is against the wall so you're not hunching or leaning forward.
Good. Good tip.
Good.
And that's today's fit tip.
See you next time.
This week we wanted to tell you about the upcoming Hometown Hoedown, which will be great fun for all Shell Point residents next Tuesday. But unfortunately, Dan Philgreen was just too tired to work on a catchy idea for promoting it. So instead we were left with, well, I'm not really sure what this is, but hopefully today we'll get to the bottom of things. That is, unless the engines get to the top of things, meaning Dan and Katelyn's scalps. Ouch.
My name's Cowboy Dan.
Hi.
Some folks call me the Man in Black and Blue, seeing as I fall off my horse occasionally.
Oh, well, that's nice to meet you.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
Well, no, I highly doubt it, sir. I'm not from around here. I'm on a long journey. I'm on my way to the Shell Point Ranch.
The Shell Point Ranch?
In fact, we've got a whole lot of fun and games coming to the Shell Point Ranch at the Hoedown on October 27th. I sure will be glad to make it back there.
Ma'am, it's right dangerous out in these parts. Why, you could get attacked by a rattlesnake or a coyote or a timeshare salesman.
Coyote?
That's right, or one of them Florida Panthers or a timeshare salesman.
Oh, no.
Now, ma'am, we wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you out here on the range.
Well, that's mighty nice of you, being all neighborly. Does that mean I can have some of that chili?
I guess so.
Woo-wee, that is some mighty fine chili. That'll make your tongue slap your pappy.
Well, I'm glad you approve, ma'am.
Approve? That's the best chili I've ever had. You know, you could enter that into our chili cook-off at the Hoedown.
The hoedown? What hoedown?
The one I was telling you about on October 27th. There's hay rides and games and music. And the chili cook-off, you could win a prize.
Prize?
Oh, yeah. Oh. What's that noise?
Them's Injuns! Run for your life! Man sakes alive. They're eating up all my good chili.
Better the chili than your horse.
I think them Injuns is Seminoles. Florida State Seminoles.
No, Florida State Seminoles, they have all those pads and helmets and stuff.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, we could wait for the Indians to leave.
No, I mean about the chili. There's none left for the hoedown.
You were gonna come to the Hoedown? Oh, Cowboy Dan, I know you can win with that chili. I just know it.
Not anymore, there's none left.
I tell you what, we'll wait till sunup. Then we'll go to the next town, and we'll find a general store, and we'll get all your beans and all your ingredients. And we'll make a new batch, and we'll bring it to the Hoedown. Cowboy Dan, give me a minute.
What tarnation? Whoa! Oh! Oh! Ah! That hurts.
Them Indians are moving on.
What did you do out there?
Well, I just gave them a swift kick.
Wow. Not much left to do, but wait until sunup. Might as well get some shut-eye. I sure am tired.
Oh, I can hardly sleep. I'm still thinking about that hoedown at Shell Point Ranch. Oh, it's going to be so exciting, Cowboy Dan. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
On October 27th, there's going to be kettle corn, country music, square dancing, country barbecue, games, and chili.
Chili. Chili.
Cowboy Dan? Cowboy Dan? Cowboy Dan? Cowboy Dan?
Dan.
Cowboy Dan?
Dan. Dan. Wake up.
What?
Did you work on the promo
Promo.
for the Hoedown?
The hoedown! Oh, the hoedown with the big sale and the games and
Yeah.
the square dance and the live music and the chili. That hoedown?
Oh, wow, Dan, you're a lot more excited about this than you were earlier.
Rich. I just had this crazy dream.
A dream?
I dreamed that Katelyn and I were cowboys in the Old West, out on the range. Yeah, there was horses, we got attacked by Indians, and then there's this big old pot of chili, and hey, why don't we do an idea like that for the promo?
I don't think so, Dan.
No?
I think it needs a lot more work than that. We can't do cowboys.
Yeah, you're right. Way too much work.
Yeah, listen, you keep working at this idea and let me know when you come up with something else.
Okay.
Listen, I got to go meet with Mary Kay Grimaldi about the
All right, you do
annual
that.
next week.
Yeah, I got this covered.
Okay,
Don't worry.
okay, keep working.
Okay, we got the bake sale, fun games, square dance, chili. Well, the chili would really. Whoa. Check this out. Maybe, just maybe, I really am Cowboy Dan.
Y'all come out to the hoedown, you hear?
And now it's time to look at all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chambly and this is Katelyn Van Scoy, and we're here to tell you the activity lineup for today. We're going to start with the Health Connections class at 7:15 with Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That's in the Health Club on the island. 8 o'clock we have the Men's Golf Association at the Shell Point Golf Club. Also at 8 o'clock we have the Round Robin Doubles Tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. Now those kayakers are going to head out at 8:30 from the kayak storage behind the Village Church. And a shuffleboard game will be going on at 9:15 back behind the Resident Activities Center. At 9:30 we have current events in the Social Center on the island. And this is a change of location, so make sure you go to the right place. At 9:30 we have ladies match play tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. At 9:45 we have introduction to line dancing in the Health Club. We have basic line dancing in the Health Club at 10:15. Our Susie Q heads to Fathoms for lunch at 10:45 and through the locks. Sign up is required for that. Okay, there's the morning. Here's Kate for the afternoon.
Thank you, Bev. We start our afternoon off at 12:45 with Mahjong that'll be played in the Library Lounge on the island. At 1:15, there is an Aviation Club meeting in the Social Center that is also a change in location. At 1:15, we have the Butterfly Garden Committee meeting. They'll be on the first floor of the West Parlor in King's Crown. At 2 o'clock, the Stamp Ministry will be gathering in the Stamp Room down in the Island Tunnel. And the Christmas Cantata rehearsal will be held in the choir room of the Village Church at 2:30. We move to 2:45 for a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Advanced. That'll be in the Health Club on the island. That one is currently full. Seamstress will be here for her weekly service at 4 o'clock in the Osprey Room. At 4:30, Alcoholics Anonymous will be meeting in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. Pinochle will be played in the Library Lounge on the island at 6:30. And then we round out our Thursday at 7 o'clock with Trailblazers Bible Study. They're going to be meeting in the game room of the Woodlands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Thursday, October 22nd. At 9:45, Quicken continues in the Technology Teaching Center on the island. At 1 o'clock, Writing with David Singer continues in the Buttonwood Room at the Woodlands. At 1 o'clock, Mahjong Basics continues in the Country Kitchen on the second floor at the Arbor in the Woodlands. 1:15, your identity, money, and personal information are at risk. What can you do? Find out in the Technology Teaching Center at the island where this class continues.
Menus for Thursday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is pork ossobuco with cannellini beans and spinach. The dinner special is the Crystal Carving Board for $13.95, and the soup of the day is potato leek. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a half Cuban sandwich with a cup of soup for $7.75. The dinner special is Thai night for $8.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are ribeye with tomatoes and pesto for $19.95, or fried shrimp for $15.95. Menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey. This is my Take to Church Bible. I have several other Bibles at home that I refer to, including a heavy study Bible with all kinds of notes, maps, and other helps to understand the text. That's the one I read early in the day before my walk around the island and my breakfast. During my childhood in England, the standard translation was what was called the Authorized Version, more commonly known as the King James Version in the United States. It's been called the most influential version of the most influential book in the world in what is now its most influential language. Face it. It has contributed to 256 idioms in the English language, more than any other single source. Let me list a few examples for you, just for fun. Feet of clay, reap the whirlwind, the powers that be, the salt of the earth, the skin of your teeth, the straight and narrow, thorn in the flesh, 70, woe is me, wolf in sheep's clothing, writing is on the wall. You reap what you sow. Spare the rod and spoil the child, etc. On and on it goes. But Shakespearean English tends to be hard to understand for contemporary readers. As a result, Bible scholars have produced many new translations in recent years. Bible Gateway, an online reference tool, lists 53 translations available in English. We often refer to these translations by their initials: KJV for the King James Version, NIV for the New International Version, NLT for the New Living Translation, ASV for the American Standard, etc., etc. I thought I had seen them all until recently. I visited a pastor who offered me what he called an MT translation. It was a new book with burgundy fake leather cover, like my Take to Church Bible. The MT version, I queried, like Michael Thomas. Yes, he said, the MT version, empty. Here it is. Look, it's empty. And he opened it up, and all the pages are blank. So what's the use of an empty Bible, I asked. Well, not much, he responded. Sometimes school teachers put one on their desk, and the students or faculty question why they have a Bible. They open it to show it's empty. It's a sort of gotcha moment for them. In other words, an empty Bible is not a Bible at all and has no real use. I understand that 88% of American homes own a Bible. In fact, the average household has 4 of them. But only 1 in 5 Americans reads the Bible on a regular basis, according to a recent survey. Younger people even less so. This leads to ignorance of the Bible's content and teaching. Fewer than half of all adults can name the 4 Gospels, for example. Many Christians cannot identify more than 2 or 3 of the disciples. And according to data from the Barna Research Group, 60% of Americans can't name even 5 of the 10 Commandments. Increasingly, America is biblically illiterate, says Barna. For example, at least 12% of adults believe that Joan of Arc was Noah's wife. Another survey of graduating high school seniors revealed that over 50% thought that Sodom and Gomorrah were husband and wife. And a considerable number of respondents to one poll indicated that the Sermon on the Mount was preached by Billy Graham, if you please. A poll of over 2,000 Americans who read the Bible at least once a month found that only about a third of them read it almost every day. Observed Ed Stetzer, president of Lifeway Research, we learned from this study of Bible readers that owning multiple Bibles is much more prevalent than regularly investing time in reading it. It seems that many people leave the Bible on the shelf and don't read it much. And a Bible that is never opened does us no more good than the empty Bible. Psalm 119 comes to mind regarding the value of reading the Bible. It says, "Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light for my path." That's verse 105. It tells us how to find peace with God, and it serves us as a guide to morality. So if the Bible is to be our moral compass, and people are unfamiliar with the 10 Commandments and the teaching of Jesus, no wonder our culture is drifting away from its Judeo-Christian roots. So that what works trumps what's right, and the opinion of the 51% becomes law, whether it's morally right or wrong. The prophet Isaiah gave the following warning. What sorrow for those who say that evil is good and good is evil, that dark is light and light is dark. that bitter is sweet and sweet is bitter. Chapter 5, verse 20. Whatever may have kept us from daily Bible reading when we were younger, we are now at Shell Point and at least partly retired. So why not start a habit or get back to one you've neglected? Commit to reading the Bible daily for 30 days. That's all the time you need to make it a habit. Perhaps just a chapter a day, starting in the New Testament. Let the Word of God become for you a lamp to guide your feet and a light for your path. Don't let the Bible sitting on your shelf be, as far as you're concerned, an empty Bible. Thank you for tuning in once again to Village Church Connections.
And that's going to wrap things up for today's show. This has been Shell Point Today for Thursday, October 22nd. Join us tomorrow when we'll recap the top stories from this week, which includes Cowboy Dan, just in case you missed it. I'm Adam Brown, and on behalf of everyone here at SPTV, we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.